Let's get a quick take on this last one. Colorado's Public Education Fund will see $104 million returned after local property taxes were more than expected, as reported by Chalkbeat Colorado. School districts raised close to $100 million more than initially estimated, and since the Joint Budget Committee was split on whether to spend the money on roads or education and housing, by law, the additional revenue will go into the state's public school fund. Eric, it's hard to be quick on this one, but your initial answer to what we're seeing with big education funding news.
Yeah, no issue lends itself to a quick take, quite like school finance. I can't quite figure this one out, and I'll defer to Joey and some others who are closer to the Capitol. There's a war going on in the Capitol. I mean, and you know, it's a consequence of Tabor and all the ratchet down that we've seen for decades here. There's really a war going on between education and roads, and I think that's it at its crux. This money, and the two parties are, have different constituencies, and Republicans sign up with the road lobby, and Democrats, as a general rule, sign up with the education lobby. Quote from Representative Millie Hamner, Mountain Democrat, talking about how this is, quote, an important important symbolic commitment. I think there's as much symbolism to this $104 million as there is reality in terms of new money out the door and new money into schools. I'm not sure this fight is about real money as much as it is about symbolism and priorities.
Scott, your quick reaction to the news we've seen, is this going to fuel the fires of controversy, or now that there's some money to argue about, is it going to make it easier?
I think this is fueling the controversy. I think we are watching the cokeification of Colorado politics at a rapid pace. I have been amazed at how resistant Republicans in the legislature have been to acknowledge the devastation going on in education in the state. 0 to 21, kids are bearing the brunt of our financial squeeze. They seem determined to bring a budget crisis to the legislature this year. Last year, we saw acknowledgement that we needed more revenue from President Grantham. This year, we see them actually wanting to reduce taxes. Clearly, somebody got taken to the woodshed, and the Koch brothers want to see more hardline policies from Republicans this year.
Cokeification, not the first vocabulary word invented at the table. Nice job. Joey, what are we seeing up there? What's your quick take?
Well, it's another question to the same answer. And the question is money for roads or money for schools. And, we were seeing it approached from all different angles because, I think it's in the Bible where it says, mo money, mo problems. And that's what we have. I think that's in the Bible, isn't it? I'm not religious, so I'm not sure. But that's where we are, and we're all going to see this battle play out in a lot of ways. This is a chapter, but it's not the book. And, we do need money for schools in Colorado, but we definitely need money for transit or transportation. And I think that people see the transportation problems a lot more than they see the school problems.
That comment line, if you're wondering, is jbunch@coloradopolitics.com. Amy, wrap it up for us.
Well, first of all, I want Joey's Bible. When you're quoting scripture, I want to be able to pull up chapter and verse.
The book of Joey.
I think there's a saint in there somewhere. To Eric's point on an important symbolic commitment, when you're talking about taxpayer money, I'm not big on symbolic commitments, and I think that a lot of taxpayers would say that. And tell that to the people of I-25 North stuck in traffic. Transportation funding over the last, since 1999 is down 9%. Down, not up, down. K-12 education is up 49%. Thank you, Linda Gorman, for those figures. So there is, the crisis we have is not a budget crisis. They have revenue. We should be fixing roads, and we can do it without raising taxes. That's the issue.
It sounds like an easy issue to have consensus over.
Right?
I don't see any disagreement whatsoever.